there on the web, in the worldwide internet web land. Once again, it's Brian Bull coming from Riverside. I'm going to talk about another thing today. Last video I sent out, we talked about the cash flow quadrant, building a big business, being able to get your time freedom, and answer the 4 questions that were, do you work where you want, when you want, with who you want, and if you want? Remember that one? Maybe I haven't heard from you yet, but maybe this one will push you over the top. Listen. Are you on the 40-40-40 plan? Think about this one for a second. A lot of us have been taught from the time we were young, go to school, right? Get a good education, get good grades, go to college, get a degree, and that way you can get yourself a job. You can work there for, 20, 30, 40 years, end up with some kind of a pension, 401k, whatever, and then you can retire and be comfortable and you sail off into the sunset, right? So ask yourself this question. 40 years, you're going to work 40 years approximately, right? We'll just say, by the time you're out of college and everything else, you're 22, 23 years old. And most people retire between 62 and 65, although nowadays they're telling people just go ahead and work till you're 70 or 75. That seems like a good plan, right? So you work 40 years. And the average person works somewhere around, what, 40 hours a week? Whoops. Got to fix this board. 40 hours a week, right? On average, and some of you are laughing right now because I know you're putting in 50 or 60 hours a week. In the car business, I've been doing that for over 16 years now. It was not uncommon to put in 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours in a week. So, but let's just say the average, 40 hours a week. And then, the good thing is most people get to retire on about 40% of what they can't pay their bills already with, right? Think about it. Think of your bills that you have right now, and I know everybody says, well, my house will be paid off and all these other things, and then my bills won't be what they are, so I should be able to live on a reduced income. Well, here's a sad statistic. The average Gen Xer, which I guess I'm considered a Gen Xer, they're spending about $16,000 more per year than what they're actually making. So where's the savings? Where's the money that they're going to have to retire on? And then the average person that collects Social Security, and I pray to God that it's still out there for some of us, just so we have a little extra fun money down the road, but probably won't be there in 20 years, right? But the average Social Security check is about $1,000 a month. So I'm not sure how that would work out for most of you out there on the internet land right now. But if you think about it, that's not too good of a retirement. So keep in mind, there used to be three legs of a 3-leg stool, they used to call it, was the retirement. That would be a pension. Okay, that was the first and strongest leg back in the day. Then they had Social Security, of course, and then the third one was the 401k when they started coming out with 401ks in the 70s. Well, pensions have all but gone away. And if you're watching this and you have a pension, then you should thank your lucky stars, thank God, right, that you have some kind of a pension. But that's pretty much gone away from everybody. Besides the fact that most people, they say the average Gen Xer is going to have 6 to 7 different careers in their lifetime now, whereas it used to be 1 or 2. For our baby boomer family members, and now they're saying that the younger generation, they can have as many as a dozen careers in their lifetime. So the 401k, I don't know too many people that are too happy with their 401ks right now. I have several friends that have lost half or more than half of their 401ks that took them 20 to 30 years to put the money into, and within a 3, 4, 6-month period of time, some of them lost half of the money that it took all that time to save. So when you take all those things into consideration, you may not even be able to retire on 40% of that pay if you don't have at least 2 out of 3 of that 3-legged stool working for you. Does that make sense? So there's a better way out there, and it's what we do. We have a network marketing. I know a lot of people freak out when they hear that word. Oh my gosh, network marketing. Well, remember, I think I said this on the last video, we all network every single day. You're networking. You're networking. I guarantee it. When you go to work, you're telling how you were at that great movie last night. Your wife went to this your wife goes out and she tells all her friends about the salon where she got her hair cut, you know, and how often are somebody actually paying you when you refer somebody their services? Okay, so that's all we do. We're referring a product or a service when you're in, I like to call it relational marketing, because basically all you're doing is you're relating other people and building relationships with other people, building this business together. And so here's the cool thing. Let's just take Social Security for an example. If you're going to work about 40 years and end up with an average check of about $1,000, here, let me just wipe this off. You end up with an average check on Social Security of $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. So I'm going to take one of the lower income levels in our company, for instance, which most people can achieve in about 3 to 6 months. And the average income earner at this level in our particular company averages about $18,000 a year. Actually, it's more closer to $19,000. But if you break that down, that's about $1,500 a month. Okay? We're actually able to achieve that level in the business much quicker than 6 months. And now we're at a higher level than that. But the bottom line is, if you're going to make $1,000 a month, work 40 years to get that from Social Security, would you be willing to put in a year, 2 years, and actually the way we always say it is a 2 to 5 year plan to where you can make an extra $18,000 a year, or maybe double that or triple that? Or if you're a real go-getter and you see a bigger vision, your income is actually unlimited. Just for going out and doing what you do every single day, and that is refer people a great product or a great service. Does that make any sense to you? If it does, you need to contact me and I'll show you what we do. And it may be your cup of tea, and it may not. If it is, then we might have something really good to talk about. If not, that's okay. We'll always be friends. Listen, it is just about Christmas. Have a merry one. And I pray that you have a prosperous and wealthy 2011. God bless.